It's Dub Life, every Sunday afternoon. It's Dub Life, Natalie and Kaya too. If you ride the horse, hey, make sure you squeeze it tight. It's Dub Life tonight.
Safety. Hey friends, welcome to a new episode of Life with the Dubs. I got Rufus with the tongue hanging out sitting here with me. We just took his morning walk. We got a mile in this morning, and now he's recovering. Did you have a good walk, buddy? Yeah. He's up to 2 walks a day now, is what we do. Almost every day for the last 2 or 3 weeks, maybe. I try to walk him for at least 2 miles. Sometimes we go about 2.5 miles across 2 sessions. One in the morning, right when he wakes up, and then, or shortly thereafter. Sometimes immediately, like right away. And then one in the afternoon. It's been really nice weather here in Atlanta the last, really 2 weeks. I think it gets up to 80 today, which is pretty unseasonably. It's still February. I think you're watching this. It's the beginning of March. Happy March to you all. So we should be starting to roll into spring, but it is still February here. So we may have one more. We may be in the false front of spring. We have one more cold front coming in, I imagine. And we have, we usually do get some really cold ice weather late February. Sometimes it's even when we get snow. But then it'll be springtime, it'll be nice. And last year, so we got Rufus. Rufus was born in the week of Thanksgiving. We adopted him on Valentine's Day. So it's just a couple weeks after our, adoptiversary. And that first, really like 2 months, 3 months, we couldn't walk him until he had all his shots, right? Because he could encounter other dogs, he could, eat poop or whatever, and get sick. So I had to wait till he's vaccinated. So he's never really had a spring walking time, so I imagine he'll like that. He did walk some in the summer. You can see his furs growing. I don't know if you can see him when he was sitting there. He went downstairs to lay probably on the marble on the fireplace to cool himself down. Anyway, that's a Rufus update for you. It is, for us, it's February 24th. It's the morning. I got some work to do for a couple hours, and I'm going to go to kickboxing over lunch break and run a couple errands. We'll talk about that in a minute. But for us, it's just a very positive time. We've had some good things happen. Natalie's had a lot of success at work. I'm very proud of her. She's doing a lot of great things at work. Kaya's had some good success. I think we talked about in the last episode, her color guard team got promoted to the next level. That next competition is still 2 weeks away. It's still 2 weeks away. So it will be 2 episodes from now. But she does have theater, her next theater performance coming up hot and heavy in the next 4 weeks. And then color guard season winds down about 5 weeks as we go into her spring break. So it's a busy time with school stuff. Natalie's, full-time working, plus she still has some of her old jobs, so she's technically kind of a job and a half. Right now my work's busy. Everybody's busy time. February I always find to be one of the busiest months of the year, because, December is usually pretty slow, because people are on vacation, Christmas and whatever. Come up here, buddy, you can say hi to all the people. And then January starts off slow and then picks up, because people are catching up from the holidays. And February is when everybody's kind of really back to work, trying to work on your goals and initiatives for the year. So I always find that pretty busy, and it's been very busy for us. This weekend, as I'm filming it, last weekend for you watching it, is my man Century, the Mac collector Ron, and his now wife Kate. As you're watching it, their wedding is this weekend. So many congratulations to Ron and Kate. They did invite us. Unfortunately, we had to decline because we just have all the things I just said, and more specifically, their wedding is tomorrow as I'm filming this, and Kaya has a mandatory theater, build the stage, build the props workday that she and Natalie are going to. So I would have had to go by myself really quick, leave the girls behind, and we have other things going on, and it didn't work. It's with much regret. We definitely wanted to be there. We actually thought about trying to drive after her workday to see if we could get there in time. But it just wasn't possible. It was too far. We'd have missed it. So congratulations to them. Of course, also OG Geek Mike, it's his birthday a couple days ago, so about a week and a half ago. So happy birthday to my man Mike. Then also this weekend, it is Atlanta Comic Con. Now, Atlanta Comic Con used to be one of my favorite shows to go to for several years. Josh has come down from that in the past. I think that's one of the first times we hung out with Mike 4 or 5 years ago at Atlanta Comic Con. Steve used to come down for that. It also used to be in the summer, not February. And then it ended. So 2 years ago, it went away maybe. And then last year, it was Toylanta weekend, and it merged with another show, and they had a bunch of big guests. And if you remember Toylanta video, I think it was last year, Mike and Seth and Jan, I'm not sure, maybe George, they left Toylanta and went to that show for a day, and then they came back. I think that was last year. I don't think that was the Castle year. To whatever that show is called. Anyway, that's all been canceled, and Atlanta Comic Con is back. They have a great guest list. They have all 4 Hobbits from Lord of the Rings. They have like 11 or 12 cast members from The Walking Dead. I mean, it is a con that basically every version of me, other than this year's version, would have loved to go to. And I would still love to go to. But the challenge is, I mean, to meet all 4 Hobbits, I think is like $500. And that's just to get a picture. That's not including, I think, $485 or something like that. It's not including any signatures on anything. That's a lot of money. And then, like Carl from The Walking Dead is there, Abraham is there, Maggie is there. I mean, some pretty big actors from The Walking Dead are there. And what I like to do with Walking Dead actors, and I've only done it a time or two, maybe twice, is get them to sign the comic that their character first appeared in. I think that makes a cool thing. I have it like with Beta, I have it with Ezekiel, I think I have one with Shane, John Bernthal. I have a few. But then, so if I did that, I would go spend probably thousands of dollars in all reality to get all of those signatures and meet the people. And I might not even be able to do it. There's so many, I might not be able to get it done. So it's one of those situations where too much of a good thing is worse than not enough, which is often the case. Plus, the girls wouldn't be able to come with me tomorrow. It does start today. I do think my man Humpty is up there slinging dragons. I think he said that. So I would like to see Humpty. And I don't know if any of the other guys are with him. But plus, that's not including tickets. I didn't apply for press passes, because I didn't think we'd be going. Originally, I thought we'd be at the wedding. And then certainly things have changed. So I don't know if we're going to go up there or not. If we do, it's probably Sunday. I don't think I'm going to go up there tomorrow without the girls. So if we do go to Atlanta Comic Con, it'll be Sunday. So anyway, that's just an overview of where things are in our life. You can see, maybe you could tell the camera's backed up more. We've had a lot of great eBay success. We're down to, I think, 55 items, or 55 listings, probably about 80 items for sale. We used to have 5 things here. Now we only have 2. I'm going to flip the camera around and show you that. This is the pile of loot stuff that we've not been able to do anything with because this was blocked. I did have, from Premium Band-Aid, the Turtles SH Figure Arts. Certainly haven't opened that yet, but that came in. So there may be some figure stuff we do in this episode. I'm not sure. I'm honestly not sure what we're going to do. So we may end up at Atlanta Comic Con, but there is one thing I know we're going to do here in just a couple clips, and that's go to a couple Targets. It's Haulathon next week, and Target, or NECA, and all their infinite wisdom, has put out 13 NECA Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle releases all at once at the Target Haulathon. 13! I think that's the right number. Let's see if I can name them all. There is the white variant, black and white variant of Usagi Yojimbo. There's the red variant of The Last Ronin. There's the comic Triceraton. There is the comic Shredder clones. There is the comic Jaguar and the comic Manta Ray. That's 7 right there out of the comic line. Now, I think 5 of those, not the red variant of Last Ronin, I think that'll be Target exclusive, and the black and white Usagi, those are probably exclusive to Haulathon. The other 5 will be available everywhere. That's 7. There is the RoboCop looking robot from Ninja Turtles as a deluxe release. That's 8. There is the Dirk Savage and Mona Lisa 2-pack. That's 9. There is the 2 different Grunt 2-packs. That's 10 and 11. So like the rest of Bebop and Rocksteady's gang is 10 and 11. There is the accessory kit for the tunes. That's 12. Maybe it's only 12. But then if you want the grunts, there's Rufus. And both mutated and unmutated, you have to buy 2 of each, which will bring your total up to 14 releases. And I feel like there's one more that I'm missing, but I could be wrong. Maybe it's only those 14. Now, none of those characters are really must-haves. They're all pretty obscure. But I think it is quite a mistake that NECA releases those all at once. All at once. So at least 12 if you're a completist on the comic and tune line. 5 or 7. I mean, and people are ringing up their totals, and it's anywhere from $700 to $800 depending if you get the multiples. $700 to $800 if you get the multiples. All at once. All in one day release. That's absurd. I think that is... Come here. No, you don't need to go over there and eat the G.I. Joe. Rufus, come here. You don't need to go eat the G.I. Joe. Good boy. Look at them right there. You see them? I don't even know if y'all can see Rufus. He's right here. I think it's one of the biggest crimes against the collecting community that's happened. That they put all these out all at once, preying on FOMO. And the reality is, most of them are probably going to peg warm. Just like last year's Haulathon stuff. That was all available for a long period of time. But I would like to go see it, especially I think the black and white Usagi, the red Last Ronin, and the accessory kit are going to be hard to get because I think people are going to try to flip those. So I'd like to go look. So we're probably going to go to 2 Targets while we run some errands. That's what we're going to do. So I'm going to show you this, and then we'll proceed from there. I remembered Mighty Hog and Rhino Man 2-pack and the Chakahachi and Lotus 2-pack from Toon. So there's actually 5 Turtle 2-packs. I think that's right. 5. Plus a deluxe figure, plus an accessory set. So 7 of those things. 7. Maybe I listed 10, but there's 13, I think. 13, maybe 14. I think it's 15 if you buy the duplicates that you need. That's ridiculous. Yes, I know, Rufus. We don't have to buy them all. I think also the Casey Jones Monsters is supposed to be in this release. Plus, there's other Alf figures. There's Spider-Girl one. I know we don't have to buy them all, Rufus, but when you're a completist, it really causes problems. So I'm pretty frustrated about that. But if you remember, right here was a rack with eBay stuff. That's gone. Right here was a rack with eBay stuff. That's gone. Right here was a rack with eBay stuff. That's gone. Now we just have these 2. We have one with shipping materials and then one with the remainder of the stuff. So we have a little bit of Wrestling Super 7 down there. We have one Thundercat Super 7, and I think there's 5 or 6 Turtle Super 7. That's all the Lego that's left of the small sets. Some Transformers left, a little bit of G.I. Joe left, a little bit of Action Force left. Only this one single Dragon Ball figure art left, and then the Spider-Man figure art. And then up there, we got Jungle Boy and the 6-scale stuff. So we've done really good, haven't we, buddy? And like I mentioned, the Lego stuff fell through the big Lego sale, unfortunately. I have sold the Millennium Falcon. I've sold the Diner. I've sold Disney Castle. And I've sold the Parisian Restaurant all online. And then most of the helmets, all but 3. I think I got 3 helmets left down there. So I've sold a lot of that. I still have, it's probably 10 or 12 big Lego sets that I really don't have boxes for. So we're kind of waiting until we clear out the rest of this, which I'm kind of blowing it out right now with sales and coupons. And then I'll figure out, like, we've got some boxes set aside, like the Pile of Loot Big Bad Toy Store boxes. And we'll see what will fit some of those other big Lego sets to see if we can sell them online. Which I'd prefer to do than just taking them to, like, Atlanta Brick Company and getting, 30 cents on the dollar. But it may come to that. But I'm glad that now a lot of this room is back accessible again. The girls can get back to their stuff to put up their Valentine's Day presents and so forth. So for me, I got to go get ready, do some work. Then we'll be on to kickboxing, then to Target. Fast forward on the way to kickboxing. It's just really not... I had a strong start to the year and then a weak middle part. It's not the middle of the year. With Valentine's, my mom's burnt all this stuff. But got back. This week's been a good week. Actually started running again for the first time in a while. Middle of the week this week, 3 days. I'm going to try to build up to what I used to be. I used to could run a 5K every day. And currently cannot do that. But I'm going to get better. And Rufus runs with me, so that's good. My rings are at the highest they've been. I'm doing 900 of the red rain calories and 60 minutes of move every day. And I think I got a perfect month so far in February. It's just the eating has been bad. This has been bad, if I'm honest with you. But I got friends helping me stay accountable. I appreciate those guys. And starting to run is going to help, because I'm at my best when I'm running, even though it makes my body hurt real bad, but it's when I'm at my best. And it's just easier to find time for that. So that's good. But I'm going to have a good kickboxing session hopefully today. And then next stop Target. So I'll talk to you when I get done with this workout. Okay. The kickboxing is done. Sorry, I'm a little bit tired. The 80 degrees out makes it really hot in the gym there. But I am at Target. Unbelievably. I don't think I've been to this Target in 3 months. So we're going to see. I have Haulathon stuff. It was a good workout. I think I talked about the Alec Murdaugh case in South Carolina last episode. It's still going on. He's on the stand today. This is his second day on the stand. Man, it's interesting and compelling stuff. I think it's very clear that he did it, but it's innocent until proven guilty in our country. So we'll see. But I've been riveted by that thing for the last 6 weeks, and really for 2 years because of podcasts and stuff. It's interesting. Any of y'all watching that? That's interesting. Very stocked. It looks like, yeah, fully stocked. Card section. Formula One. I can't believe I'm doing hunting. NXT. Soccer. UFC. WWE. A little bit of everything. Is there AEW even here? It's a WandaVision cards. No, that was a thing. That's a lot of cards. I guess this market's dried up. Yu-Gi-Oh! Lots of Yu-Gi-Oh! Pokemon. What is a VMAX Dragons? Well, that's a fat box. Those are kind of cool. Pikachu VMAX Special. Till Kaya shows more interest again in this, we're slowing that down. But we'll pick it up if she starts getting back into it. But I don't think she's into it as much anymore. With all of her different stuff at school, the team she's on, crafts, walking through the little girl section, and making costumes. You saw I think you've seen, we showed you, she got new fabric to cosplay for MomoCon in 3 or 4 months. She's just so busy that she just didn't have time for a lot of things. And, she's almost 15. She's kind of growing out of at least some of that stuff for the time being. But she may go back to it. Gotta make sure I avoid the home internet. Let's see. It doesn't look like there's any Haulathon display back here. Clearance. It looks like a Rufus. It's a Labradoodle. 25 and up. Yeah, no NECA stuff. Back here, there used to be the Haulathon from last year up here for all year. Gloves, Lego. So even still, yeah, here we go. Ooh, is this gonna be the red one? If it's the red one, I'm gonna get it. I think I'm gonna get it. That's just a regular one. Man, thought I had a chance. Bride of Frankenstein, Rat King. This is not encouraging. Frankenstein's monster. Street Turtles, I've only sold those. Neutrinos, it's a good set. Gunslinger Spawn. Hudson. What if they have Alf? I've still not seen that Alf in person. I'd think about getting that. Doesn't look like it. Wrestling. Shawn Michaels. AEW. $31.50, $34. They're just gonna keep sitting there, I believe. Obi-Wan. Oh, I haven't seen that before. Is that 2000X He-Man? Go on clearance. I will buy it when it goes on clearance. Not until then. I do not see anything that appears to be a Haulathon type display. Now, technically, I don't think it's supposed to be out till next week, but I know even in Georgia here, people have found it. But I don't see it. I sold that for like 20 bucks. Man, I paid $53 on that thing. This Dead Man's pretty good. Rakondo, 1 million Rakondos. mean, Joes are just kind of sitting everywhere. Is that an officer? Yeah. I mean, everything. Look how many Wakandos there are. Let me look and see if his mustache is the same. I guess they're all kind of like that. Curled up on one side. We do need this wave, but not at full price. Only at clearance. All right, let's go to the NECA Funko section. Hadn't said that in a while, and with Seth not making videos anymore, you probably hadn't heard it much anywhere. This feels like it's probably a wasted trip. Predator. Nothing here that looks like the Haulathon stuff. Let's see, is there anything? I know people are finding it on like an end cap, but that doesn't necessarily mean that that's the way it'll be. More street turtles. Has anybody actually seen it? Oh my god. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh dear. None of those are the prototype one. Has anybody ever actually seen the prototype one? I don't feel like anybody has. What about this Raphael? Nope. Sorry about the noise from that. Gremlins. Well, looks like this target is a great big bust. And honestly, just kind of looks the same as it did months ago. So on we go to the next one. Back to the Mall of Georgia Target. Haven't been here in a long time either. Maybe they're finally done with their remodel. Tell you what, this is not a thing I miss. Going to these stores multiple times with the expensive prices and all of it dropping at once. It's just a sour experience. It just really is. But still want to see if they have them. Those little Mickey and minifigures are pretty cool. It seems like something you would see at the actual parks. Star Wars stuff here in this little Disney area. And that Buzz Lightyear stuff has been here forever. More Mickey. Oh, Inosuke, what are you doing over here? Target Con Inosuke. Oh, that's new, 2023. We're almost current. We're gonna go see the movie, or the first episode of season 3 when it comes out in the theater here. That'll be a next episode, actually. I think that's next week that we're gonna do that. Natalie and I had actually never seen season 2, so we watched the movie, and we've got like 4 or 5 episodes left of season 2. Doesn't look like any Haulathon back here. Last year's Haulathon. Lego stuff. Oh, sultry jams. That is certainly not the new Haulathon, but it still has last year's. Unbelievable. That's how successful Haulathon has been at this one. Eevee. Look at that WCW AJ Styles. That's a terrible figure. Shamrock. Oh, look how many AJ Styles. Ultimate Warrior. Too bad. Go on clearance. Too bad. Go on clearance. Too bad. I would like, oh, dried flower centerpiece. I don't think I've seen that. Those items I'll get for Natalie eventually. She did build the tulips and sunflowers, I think. Maybe. Is that what we got last time? Electra. Christian McCaffrey. Caraxes. House of the Dragon. What's Day of the Dragon? What's that subtitle? Cyrax. I think I've seen Cyrax, but I hadn't seen Caraxes. That's pretty cool. I can't get back into getting pops for Game of Thrones stuff. I gotta avoid it. There's a lot of random stuff there. She-Hulk Gore. I would like the comic Gore. It was on Amazon. I'm not gonna pay the eBay price for it though. Oh, is that a like King Cobra Commander reaction? I don't know if I've seen that. Jake Garrett, Flash, Barry Allen. That wave is a good wave. All right, let's go to the NECA Funko section. Music's pretty loud. What do you think? We're gonna turn the corner and see all the Haulathon stuff over here? Oh, that is an unlikely thing. That's the same old trash. I mean, all these, they just look no different than they did And I don't imagine some of this stuff, like her, is getting restocked. Just nobody buys any of this stuff anymore. The lizard. It's kind of a cool pop. Donald Duck. Well, this just went pretty poor. Looks like I was out just early, a few days early. When I look through like people's posts, the NECA email says March 3rd it'll be available online. It's 5-6 days away. And then some people that are finding it says it's street dated for like the 28th. I don't think that's true because I certainly see people buy them, so they're not register locked, street dated. They may be. People won't put them out. But it's highly going to be dependent upon, does your NECA rep come and put this stuff out, or is it just sitting in the back? So, you know, kind of is what it is. Will I keep doing this? I don't know. Probably not in Life of the Dubs. But maybe you'll see at least a hunt video coming up on a Wednesday, trying to find some of the stuff. The accessory set and that black and white Usagi, those are the main ones, I hope. And then the red Ronin I would get to, because I have a feeling that one may be hard to get, but I don't know. None of them may be hard to get. It's just hard to tell anymore because this hobby has really changed a lot. As a lot of people are getting out, or I mean, almost everybody I know is slowing down to an extent, not doing as much as they, thank you, car, once did. So it's an interesting time. But anyway, that's enough of just me. We'll pick this up again later in the day. I gotta go get back to work and finish out the work week. And so whenever there's something else going on this weekend, we'll show you and catch up. But hey, hunt to start an episode of Life of the Dubs. That's a rarity these days. And ride round when you go down, It's not later tonight. It's the next day, next morning actually. It is 9:04, Saturday morning. What is the date? What's the date today? Unknown. February 25th. I just dropped Kaya off. She had theater work day today for her spring performance. It's coming up in just a few weeks, 3 or 4 weeks, which I told you all of that already. Natalie had a very busy week at work, so she needs to do her taxes today. I already got mine done. She needs to do her taxes. She's got some other things she's got to do, catch up. So we got a various amount of stuff we want to do, errands, so forth, around the house, and plus the mandatory stuff we have to do with Kaya today that we have to help with, which is why we can't be at the wedding and all of that we talked about. And then if we get all that done, we're going to try to go to Atlanta Comic-Con tomorrow. So hopefully that'll be in this video, unless some wild adventures happen in this video and it becomes a new video, but I don't think so. So I've got like packages for both the post office and FedEx. And my big errands today, I need more packing peanuts, riveting, I know. I need some more bubble wrap and probably some of the bigger bubble wrap. And I'm hoping I can find boxes that I can ship the rest of these Lego sets in. Because it's, I want to get them gone, honestly. And eBay is the fastest way to get that done. Just sell them at a price they'll sell and they get out of here. So I've got 10, I got 10 Lego sets I need boxes for. And so I'm hoping that I can find those and they're not ridiculously expensive. So I'm going to go to the post office, and then I'm going to start at the U-Haul store once again. I think I showed that last time, or one of the videos recently. A great place to get your packing supplies, way cheaper. Packing peanuts $5 instead of $20, that type of thing. And they had like some of the boxes we bought last time were like $1 or $2. And they fit, they were specifically for things that I haven't sold yet, some 6-scale figures, some of that stuff. So to find boxes that will fit these Lego sets, I didn't pay attention last time because I didn't know the Lego dimensions. They measured them today, so hopefully I can get, I think I need 10, I've wrote it down. 10 boxes, 8 of one size, 2 of a different size. Hopefully I can find that and get those things listed and get them out of here. I'm ready to be done. Now, once all the Lego cells, once all of the things that are currently on that shelf sell. Then we'll move toward all of that. Again, was stuff in the storage unit. 100% of it was stuff that was in the storage unit. So once all the storage unit stuff is gone, then I'll start to move toward like kind of thinning what is now in the garage in tubs, like figures that I take down that I no longer have on display, that I don't want anymore, whatever, that are loose. Start working through those. So there'll be some loosies. Maybe I'll sell a big Lucy lot for any of you that want to sell stuff on Whatnot. Hit me up. I know a couple people have asked about that. I don't sell on Whatnot because it's garbage, and you sell a $100 thing for 50 cents, and the person's mad they paid 50 cents. Even though I do have a Whatnot account, it's just a garage sale. It's just not for me. But certainly people that are famous and people overpay significantly to own a piece of their collection, that's different. But that ain't me. That's not, nobody's overpaying for any of my stuff. So that's my plan. Now, will I do anything else today? I don't know. We do have 3 episodes of My Hero Academia to watch. I hope we can finish that Lego set that they've been building, the Starry Night, because we have a game night coming up next week. Sister's visiting. I think I told you about that already. And so we need to get the house cleaned up for that. I'm just rambling, but I'm going to go drop this stuff off the post office. I'm going to start the U-Haul store. If I'm not successful at the U-Haul store, I have to go to FedEx anyway. So I'll see if FedEx have it. I know they'll be more expensive there. I'm hoping I can get boxes. You know, if the box costs more than $5, it's just killing your profits on some of this stuff. That's the thing. When you see shipping and handling, you know, not everybody just has boxes laying around. And a box could cost you $2 or $3, and you know, you might spend 50, 75 cents on packing peanuts. And I mean, nobody understands, because the Amazonification of everything is made of art. But enough rambling about that. Let's see what else happens today, and hopefully find some boxes. So I wanted to clarify, because this really is a good tip. This is a big, like, U-Haul center. There's storage down there. You can rent U-Hauls here. You see it's got boxes, hitches, like everything. But this is not like a U-Haul neighborhood store, which there are a lot more of, a lot closer to the house. This is like 30 minutes from the house. You have to come to one like this, a big one, that, you know, is advertising that they've got boxes, self-storage, that type of stuff, to have all the bubble wrap and things like that. If you just go to a smaller U-Haul store, they're just going to have the vehicles, and they're not going to have all this. Huh. Easy box. It actually includes quite a bit for $50. I'll look at boxes in a second. I might get one of the big ones this time with the bigger bubbles, and we need some of that, definitely. I don't know. See, that would work for 2 of them, but it's so expensive. But then, like, that would work for all of them, but they're huge. And I'd have to use a million. I'd have to put a thing of bubble or packing peanuts in every single one. I don't know that either of these really work. Looking at these, that's not deep enough for any of them. That would work for 2, and that would work for 8, but it's just way too deep. I only need them to be like 6 inches deep. I need them to be rectangles, not squares. I think I'm gonna check some other places and come back here if I have to. Huh.
Yes, I've already spoken to traffic about it.
Oh, okay. My apologies.
Free boxes.
Yes, traffic is...
Another $40 down. What's happening down there? Doesn't look good. $40, 150 feet of bubble wrap, and 3 huge bags of packing peanuts. So pretty good. Actually, very good. I got the smaller bubble wrap, not the bigger bubbles, because if I can find boxes that are thin, like 6 inches tall, that's what I need. 6 to 8 inches, really, so that it's not jostling all around. But all these big boxes are huge. And it was interesting, they had the free, I'd never seen that. They had free boxes where you could just leave your reusable boxes. And some of those would work, but they're way big. I mean, they're, you know, I need a box that's like 24 by 20 by 6, and they're like 24 by 24 by 18.
So I'd have to use literally a whole bag of packing peanuts for every single Lego. So that's not cost effective. So I'm just going to continue. I'm going to drop, I've got Castle Grayskull that I sold, Origins. I'm going to drop that off at FedEx. They're open now, and see what boxes they have. Because the boxes they did have in there would work, like $6-7, and I'm going to have to use a bunch of packing material. So if FedEx doesn't have something close, then I go to Walmart. That one's close. Which one is that?
Okay, hold on 1 second. I'm gonna switch phones. Okay.
Specialty boxes. I have no idea. Man, $20. Jeez. That box would have fit the two smaller. That's $20. That box. I don't think I'll make $20 on those Lego sets, because they're, you know, things that are probably going to sell for like $80 shipped or something like that. That's ridiculous. Yeah, because it was like considered a laptop box, and it had like a foam insert to put your laptop in your. Just sell me the box. So that was unsuccessful. Well, I dropped my package off. So I've ordered Castle Grayskull. It's on its way. So Natalie has got a busy day, like I said, with taxes and stuff. Chicken salad chick's right there. That's her favorite. So I'm going to get her a favorite chicken salad. And then I'm going to go to Walmart and see what they have. Actually going to pivot a little bit. There's a Staples down there. I think they could have boxes, maybe. But I'm going to run in this GameStop. I got Natalie's chicken salad from around the corner there. This is the GameStop James used to work at. I don't think I've been in here in 6 or 8 months. And since this video has kind of turned into an old school dub life where I'm going to random stores, we might as well go in here, huh? Oh, looks different than it used to look. Undertaker and Paul Bearer. That's actually kind of cool. Bunch of pops. Always a bunch of pops everywhere you go. Oh, Aizawa. Blink 182. Is he naked, Travis Barker? They're all naked. Huh. What is that? That looks like All Might, maybe. Oh no, that's Belly Button Laser Dude. I can't ever remember his name. Tables of pops everywhere. Figures. There's a lot less collectibles in here than there used to be. Well, I don't know. Maybe they're all over there. Nothing terribly interesting on the clearance. These things that have gotten. Oh, look at that. Those are rings for all the different My Hero people. And Jujutsu Kaisen. Huh. I don't know who needs an All Might ring. But no. The moon is kind of cool for Moon Knight. I don't know that I've seen these with the arcade skin. I don't know how I think about that. Bebop, Shredder. No, I don't need it. What's that? Loki. It's just all. Are these on clearance? Nope. Big random assortment of stuff. Big random assortment. These guys. Another one. That's it. That's all the figures anymore, I guess, here. Not much. I had heard somewhere, I'm not sure where, that GameStops, at least in some locations, are moving away from collectibles, at least in stores. Maybe they'll just be online. Sorry for my finger there. I don't know where I heard that, but I heard that they're moving away from having collectibles. I mean, without the collectibles, that store could be so much smaller. Is it Target? I'm sorry, I'm looking at this thing that I don't think I've ever seen before because they were doing construction. I think I was just at this Target earlier in this video yesterday. I'll show you in a second. But the GameStop was only going to sell online, and even online, like, their sales are significant a lot of time on GameStop. So I wonder if they're moving out of that space entirely, because that wasn't many compared to what they used to have in that store used to be very loaded. I haven't been in there in forever, like I said, but It was also just random tables and such. So, and nothing seemingly very new. I don't know. How are your GameStops? Are they still stocking things? Are they moving away? Let me show you this. So that Target we went to second yesterday. We're at the Mall of Georgia area. I don't think this was sitting there yesterday. I think it maybe was covered up. You see how it says drive up right there? And it says drive up on the actual physical facade of the building? Drive up for what? I mean, surely that's not like COVID testing permanently there. Like, we don't... That's permanent looking. I'm gonna go get closer and see what it is. Yeah, so it's Target. You can see, I'll zoom in even more. See how it's got the Target logo? These are all spaces for that Target. That's a good distance still over there. I mean, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rows away from the main entrance. You buy online and come pick it up. I mean, that's a pretty heavy investing into these spaces. But that means VIP Nails doesn't need them. So, I don't know. I hadn't seen that before. Maybe a first on the channel, a Staples visit. I can't remember the last time I was in a Staples, if I've even ever been in a Staples. But maybe they sell boxes. Offices need boxes, right? It's the Office Superstore. Hey, that's a box. Buy 5 or more, $1.99 each. 24 by 16 by 10. Does that accomplish anything I need? Let me look. I need a minimum of 24 by 20 by 7 for 8 of them. And then 20 by 15 by 5 for 2 of them. So it will accomplish the 2 of them, but then they're $3.99 instead of $1.99. But that's encouraging right away. There's more over here. So this is the best kept secret in shipping. But see, look, $32.99, buy 2 get 1 free. So 64 for 3. I can get 3 for 60 at the U-Haul store. Yeah, so the U-Haul store is a better deal. No. But maybe. I need those. I wonder if they'll let me have those. It's down here, 20 by 20 by 24. That would work for the 8. It's just gonna be huge. By 5 or more, $3.39 each, which I would buy 8 of those. I mean, I guess I could just buy 10 of those. That would work. $3.39 each. Let me compare that to my pictures. $7.30 for packing peanuts here. All of this stuff is more expensive. There we go. I think I've got the boxes I need. These, they're 24 by 20 by 20. I need 24 by 20 by 8. So 2 of the 3 dimensions. Just means I'm going to have a lot of packing peanuts on each side. All of it, so I may need more packing peanuts, or I may get something else, but that should accomplish the goal, I think. The Great Box Quest, kind of like the Great Frame Quest. I'm glad I'm in my vehicle, not Natalie's. Like, it takes up the whole back 2 rows of seats. Got 11 boxes, 32 bucks with tax. So a little bit under $3 a box is what it averaged to. Now I'm gonna use 2. I have 2 big bad toy store boxes at home I'll use. I'll end up with 3, I think, extra boxes that I bought today. But it was because I only needed 2 of the one size, and they were gonna be $8 for the 2, which was still better than U-Haul's price. Or if I buy 5, $10. So I just paid the extra $2 to get 3 more. In case we need a box at some point. I don't know. This is what happens to me. The value bundle, and I end up getting it. But so all together here, 73 bucks. And that's pretty much to ship just the shipping supplies. And I'm not done yet. I am still going to go to Walmart. I promised you Walmart, I'm going to go to Walmart. The shipping supplies to ship 10 Lego sets. Pretty much. Because I think almost all of the bubble wrap and the peanuts will go into those Lego boxes, which is pretty staggering. So that's just straight out of profit, ultimately, right? And that's not including the shipping cost itself, which some of these things will be pretty heavy. They'll be weird shape because these boxes are big, so they won't ship as easy. End up needing to go like UPS ground, FedEx, home delivery, something like that, because they're big and post office is too expensive for the big ones like that. So, you know, it's say the 10 Lego sets, that's $7 each just in shipping supplies. And then let's say that the shipping cost is $15. I mean, that's $20 to $25 in shipping related costs that have to go. And people want free shipping or $5 shipping or something like that. And on some cases, this is on items that are $75, $100. Now, some of these will be several $100s, but it gets expensive and it's hard. I don't know how anybody was flipping. You know, it's when the market was crazy and people were paying way too much for stuff. But if you can buy it from Amazon for $10 more free shipping, why would you buy it from somebody that has to charge you $25 shipping? I don't know. I will say, I mean, I've sold a lot of stuff. I think I've sold like 350 things in the last several months. You know, all the stuff out of the storage unit. Very different than the fire sale 4 years ago, where most of what I was selling was 6 scale, and we had shipper boxes, and it shipped right out in the shipper box. All we needed was tape, basically. But also shipping was a lot less expensive then, and the market was hot, and people had money. I've taken a loss on basically everything I've sold from what I paid for it. Even the retail costs. Most things I'm selling under, in some cases, significantly under retail price. So, you know, I'm just glad to have it out. I'm glad to be out of the storage unit, save that money. I'm glad to get the space back. I'm glad to, you know, get out from under all this crap that I had bought for no real good reason. And use that, you know, put some savings toward for wedding and helping pay some things off, that kind of stuff. But it's not fun. It's not fun. I think it's going to get worse. So I would encourage you, if you're thinking about selling, start on eBay, Mercari. I mean, if you want to try to sell on your social medias, your Facebooks, through your YouTube channel, I don't think you're going to be very successful. You need the power of the eBay audience, because with less people buying and having money, you know, so let's say 1 out of every 100 is a potential buyer. You need to be reaching the hundreds of thousands or millions that eBay provides, not the 10,000 that you may reach through social media. And that's if you're lucky. You know, it's just like when you apply for a job. You know, they used to say for every 10 jobs you applied for, 1 you may get an interview, and for every 10 interviews you have, you may finally get a job. So it'll take you 100 applications to find a job. That's, you know, what the logic used to kind of be. I think the same is true now with selling. So I found eBay to be the most effective way to sell, even though it may hurt the pocketbook more. You get it done. Now, of course, you can just take it to your local store and take 30, 40 cents on the dollar, but I haven't had to do it yet, and I thought about it with the Lego. But I think this will work, and we'll be able to get the stuff out of there safely and move on. So now I'm just rambling about. This is really like an old school episode of Dub Life, like COVID era Dub Life, where there's not much going on and you're just with me. It's kind of what it's like. So, I mean, if that's the case, Walmart time. I don't remember the last time I was at this Walmart either. I did see Doodog got Crimson Bats. I don't think those are out yet. Maybe he ordered them from Canada or somewhere. And his all came like with the legs detached and everything. It's just getting old with quality control. Hasbro. But I still like the G.I. Joe line. I mean, I love that line. I'm still buying it. I got those on pre-order. I need to get Natalie some crackers, maybe some croissants for her chicken salad, because I just got her like big container. I need some more tape. I think that person almost got hit and is about to do something bad, so I'm dipping. Actually not blaring music in the Walmart. That's rare. What's that? Hyper? It looks like the style we used to, well, I still got plenty of. I haven't done anything with them a long time. Clearance aisle doesn't seem to have a whole lot. Look at that Grimlock. Buzz Lightyear. It's actually not a terrible selection of little toys. I don't know how good a discount that is, but, you know, for the little ones, I don't know. Oh, not because of this, whatever this is, bird feeder. But I meant to say earlier, we're talking about boxes. Oh, that's a leash. Rufus likes bungee toys. He doesn't need any toys, though. He's got plenty. Most of what we ship through priority mail. And you can get your priority mail supply. Look at all these Funko Pops. on clearance? Is this ET on clearance? Or is it just sitting here? Is it clearance? Let's see. I don't see a clearance sticker, but it's sitting over here. So is a NECA. I wonder what happened in the NECA section. Anyway, you go to the post office website and you can order priority mail supplies free. Now, don't order priority mail flat rate. You don't want that because then you got to pay the flat rate price. You want the regular priority mail, but you have to ship priority mail or it won't ship. Like you can't send it first class or whatever. But that's a good tip. Free boxes from them. They're pretty small. This figure aisle is a mess. A mess. Meow Squeeze, Vegeta, Cody Supreme. Oh, I think this is the first time I've seen the Destro. I've seen a lot of the Baroness and the Lady J, but I don't think I've seen the Destro, the Roadblock, in stores. I've had them for like 6 months. Cards all messed up. Bray Wyatt. Oh, Snake Eyes. So they've got some decent new G.I. Joe stuff here. Newish. Orton. I mean, this section's just a mess. Nakamura, somebody ganked something out of there. Maybe a belt. Did it come with a belt? I bet it came with a belt and somebody stole it. Or the crown. So they took his crown. That's what I mean. So many thieves out there. Obi-Wan. Deathstorm. That's a pretty good figure. I have that actually. Just this one half aisle. One half, like not a double-sided aisle. That's all that's left of figures here. D&D. Oh, here's the Eradicator. I wish I think they will. Mayfex will make an Eradicator since they're making all the Supermen. I predict they will probably make that. And I will probably buy that. Lando finally on clearance. Jade Cargill. I mean, this is just a big old mess. All right, quick stop at the Auto T section. DC vs. Vampires, Batman. I have not seen that yet. See if I can get it out of the glare. That's actually kind of cool. I'm not going to buy it. Not today. I'm not going to buy anything like this at retail price. Hopefully clearance, but that one is actually pretty cool. I mean, just look how messy. Just crammed up here it is. What a mess. All right, Auto T section. Oh, there's a dragon. Looks like this section's actually more full than it ever has been. Although I haven't been here in many months. It's kind of cool with the Starro pop. Actually, is kind of cool. I'm not gonna buy it, but it took me forever to get rid of that stuff. Roll off some Mummy. Oh, that Ted Lasso, that was heavy. Card game. Is this NECA? And then NECA was making Angus. Interesting. Ultimate April. Is this Bad Knees April? Yeah. The Mummy, Raphael, lots of Bad Knees April. Let's see what this is. Oh, the never-ending sets of those. That's is it Demon Slayer or Nightmare Before Christmas? Not a lot more down there. All right, none of this we need. I guess I should see if I made a good decision at the Target or Staples. 19 by 14, 17 doesn't help me at all. 24, 16, 19. Extra strength. That one actually would be very close to the one I needed 8 of. I wonder how much that is. Although it may make me mad, but I'm gonna find out. Oh, that's too heavy. Let's see. Can you see down there? I'm just gonna assume it's too expensive. How to tape a box, thank you. Oh, that's the same thing. 24, 16, 19, and that's extra strength. How much were these? I don't see anywhere. Oh, $2. Well, crap. I needed 24 by 20, though. So 24, 16, 19, I think would have been, it would have made it unsafe to ship, so I don't think that would have helped me. But hey, that's good to know. The box I want are pretty cheap. What do they got over here? I don't know. I think I did the right thing at Staples, but those aren't bad. What are there? Do they have peanuts? I don't think they have peanuts. They do have large amounts of bubble wrap. See, I'm thinking about getting one of the big, wide ones like that because that's not wide. Because it would help fill up. I got to fill up the empty space. I'm talking way too much about this stuff. Y'all don't care. Are you excited for this?
Yeah.
There's someone else other than me and Rufus in this video. The video is already longer than I thought, so I think this video will end today. So we're got Lego out. We got all these shipping supplies out. Did you enjoy your chicken salad?
I did.
So we're gonna try to have these pre-packed, pre-taped up. So all I gotta do is print a label, send it and go. So I'm taking pictures, posting to eBay. Natalie's packing. Rufus is chilling. Did you like your hot dog, Rufus? Huh?
He enjoyed it very much.
Oh.
Yeah.
So Natalie realized.
So it says right here, it says multi-depth.
I didn't realize.
And then you see like these
She can rip off the top
or
fold it down.
Yeah, you just fold it.
So we can make them fit these much better without having to use so much packing stuff. That's great news. I wish the bigger ones were like, well, they may be. We haven't got that far yet. But I didn't realize that at all. Nope. Even though it says multi-depth. So that's a wonderful box for $1.99.
Yes.
That's a very good
Yes.
box. All right.
It's a great.
Mr. Rufus and I are going to go pick up Kaya from her obligations. Rufus, hey. Natalie is finishing. She's got 3 more Lego sets to box up. I've got just the same 3, I think, to list on eBay. Like, what we'll do is I take pictures, and then I move over to the computer, and I start posting it. She boxes it up, gets the dimensions, gives them to me, I post it, and rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat. So we got 7 of them finished. That was an interesting fact. I guess I didn't pay attention that the Staples box, the big one, or the smaller one, you could compress down in depth, which made it perfect. So that's good to know with Staples. I wonder if the medium and small boxes there do the same thing. I don't know. Then the big boxes are working for the bigger Lego sets. It's kind of a pain in the butt. She has to do some cutting and customize them. But they'll work, so we'll get them all listed. Hopefully we'll get them out the door in the next week and be done selling with all of that after that deal fell through. So I'm glad to get that done. I think actually this video we will end tonight. And then if we go to Atlanta Comic-Con tomorrow, that'll be for next week's episode. That's what I think if we do that. I do have some figure rearranging that I need to do now that some of the stuff's out of the way in the toy room. I got some more of those shelves you saw last week. I was updating the Mythic Legion shelves. I want to do that with the Super 7 shelf. And I'll show you a couple things. I got a package that came in. I'll show you some of that. We'll talk to Kaya about how she's feeling about Game of Thrones. And then we'll probably wrap this one up. A lot of me, a lot of old school dub life. 2 Targets, a Walmart, a lot of hunting. Not a lot of buying though. But hopefully you enjoy it. Kind of a throwback to the old days before the girls were around, which I don't ever want to go back to before the girls were around. But that's kind of what this episode was like. And the puppy. So I'm going to pick up Kaya. I'll show you once we get all those boxes stacked up. You'll see all the work we did. And then we'll wrap this thing up. Rufus! Hey, buddy! All right, so we're all done. You see we've got, those are the ones that, the big boxes for those. And then these are the smaller ones that you folded down. We've got Sky Strikers. Big G Galactus is hidden back there. So we got them labeled with the dimensions, and the dimensions in white are already listed in eBay. So that we can, if they sell, we can just immediately print a label, get it out. So I think that works well. So all this stuff is up for sale, and we got to get it sold. Thanks to Natalie for helping. What do you think, Bubba? He don't think anything about this. I promised a package. I had this wonderful package come in from the Horsemen. 4 Horsemen, they're in stock sale. And I've got, they had this as the, what was it called? The Fearsome Foursome or something like that. As a 2-pack at Legion's Con, my man. I got it from the in-stock sale there. And I've used the Minotaur head and I've used the cat head. But I haven't used the ogre head, the skeleton head, or the knight head. So I bought some more of those. I need 3 or 2 of that body and 1 of that body to complete the full army, which I'll do. And I bought an extra of each just to have because I really like the red and black. So those came in. And then also an eBay purchase. I think this is the only Jim Lee X-Men. I don't have the Deadpool Mafex, but I didn't have this guy. So I'm glad that he has now come in. And to add to all the different X-Men for pictures once I ever get finished dealing with all this, so I can do that again. But I'm glad for him to be in. I got it on eBay for pretty good price. I mean, about $20 more than I would have paid on retail. So that's pretty good on this figure because he's gotten expensive. So some toys. Then what I want to do is work on getting those into at least these 3 shelves. So the Super 7 can all be on kind of different risers somehow. Because I have the 4 glow-in-the-dark turtles, which I'm not going to open in this episode, but I probably will on a Wednesday episode soon. And try to work on that display a little bit. So that's kind of the final thing we need to do somehow. Rufus, what are you doing? Looking more at this. I don't know that it's the right place to use those because I forget, like Leatherhead's got that huge tail. Those guys are so bulky. I just have to think. Like, that looks great with the risers. I have to make room for the glow-in-the-dark turtles. So maybe, like, the villains can have it? I don't know. I don't know. You know what? Let me try. I almost wasn't going to do it because of the tail, but actually, that worked out really well because the tail's tucked underneath that little clear stand, and I've created a lot of room already. Because I need to create space for all 4 turtles that glow in the dark. And I think that's going to work actually quite well. I think that turned out pretty good. Nothing changed there. That shelf's kind of full. There's still a little bit of space here. And then definitely I could put the 4 glow-in-the-dark turtles. So with those 4 guys that are there, no free feet, taking up all the variant glow-in-the-dark space. The next wave I think is a long ways out, but I can probably fit 1 more wave into these detofs. But I'm happy. And now I have several extra of the clear plastic risers and 1 more of those to use somewhere in here. But that is not for today. What's happening? Oh, cheese
bounced
ball
out of the mouth.
Oh, you're almost done, huh?
Yeah.
Getting close. That's cool. We should hang that on the wall, you think?
Woo!
That's this big old mouth. Kaya, before we end this video, how are you enjoying Game of Thrones? She is through episode, just season 3. We haven't started season 4. So she's seen the Red Wedding.
I have seen the Red Wedding.
She's about to meet the Viper.
I've met Ramsay and I don't like him.
She's met Ramsay briefly. What are your thoughts on the first 3 seasons of Game of Thrones?
Very eventful. Very sad.
What's your favorite moment
Gory.
thus far?
Okay, I liked it when the Hound saved Sansa in the alley.
What about when he saved Arya?
I like that.
Your team Hound?
I like the Hound.
She has been team Lannister, and Hound is Lannister adjacent. She likes Jaime. She relates to Cersei, she said. She finds Joffrey's eyes dreamy.
I never said that I
She likes
related to
Tyrion.
Cersei.
She says Tywin is really nice. She's team Lannister. You're a lion of a Lannister.
Okay, that is not. Hey now.
Oh, well,
Don't twist my
Lannister.
words.
She's not a Lannister because it says a Lannister always pays their debts. And we know that to be false.
I does not.
Does not pay debts. There's a list of outstanding debts.
That's true.
Yes. Well, the Starry Night looks cool.
Yes.
Well, you got a little bit of Kaya. This episode was just basically me going to Targets and Walmarts and Staples and U-Haul.
How many cheese balls do you think you can fit in your mouth?
I don't know. There's some people that probably want to watch that. We're going to skip that part. And in the meantime, instead of doing that, why don't you all just squeeze it?